So the Backlog, more of a book club for us, I guess.
Yeah, to be fair, I like to think of it like
that. So this month, this time's game is Pikmin, chosen by me. That's why I'm hosting. And so how did we get on? Who wants to start?
I finished the game.
You finished?
Loved it.
So unfortunately, I didn't finish.
Because it was your game.
The emulator on the PC cacked out. It just died. It wouldn't run. No. I tried to finish it yesterday.
Like a red Pikmin in water.
Yeah, I couldn't. Yeah, I couldn't reinstall because I might have lost the progression.
Oh yeah, I see what you mean.
So I couldn't really do anything. My hands are tied, and I was gutted. I was really enjoying it.
Oh no!
Well, I think if we start with your sort of thoughts, Ben, because it's your game, I think that's a good place to start.
Cool. So, should I do a quick outline of it? I guess.
Yeah, definitely. Try and explain what the game is, because it's quite a hard one.
So it's a game from 2001 on the Gamecube, and it is about a character called Olimar, who is a little spaceman. And he gets hit by an asteroid and crashes on a planet that looks quite like Earth, but it never really says it's Earth.
I think it's Earth.
I think it's Earth.
Yeah, there's no Pikmin on it.
Well, how far into the future?
If you look at it, also, how far into the future? Also, how small is he?
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Then he basically comes across this little root creature called a Pikmin, and they help him battle the creatures, the things that are all on his level, to rebuild his ship so he could leave.
Yeah, the main sort of drive is they've got to help him rebuild his ship, aren't they, so that he can get back to his own planet.
It's kind of like a strategy game. I would probably say it's like a strategy puzzle game.
Yeah, I'd say strategy puzzle.
I'd say it's more, I don't know if strategy is the right word. It's like Lemmings, I don't know if that has a genre, where you sort of control
puzzle,
a bunch
puzzle
of... Yeah,
survival.
Puzzle where you control loads of disposable creatures. In order to,
my Pikmin are not disposable.
You're an overlord and you send loads of little creatures to their death in order to satisfy your goal of leaving.
I was going to say, I think it's quite a wholesome game until it is not a wholesome game. And all you can get killed by, just because you walk by the water and all the red ones fall in and you're like, oh, you hear them scream.
That was 60.
Also, the first instinct of Olimar, the main character, is, I'm going to throw this creature.
Yeah, absolutely.
So rip it from the ground and throw it.
Inspiration from Princess Peach and her turnips, I think.
Yeah. I'm going to make this one hold a bomb and throw it with the bomb.
So the franchise has actually continued, hasn't it? It has the fourth game that's been recently released.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think as of recording, I think it was only last Friday.
Something like recently, that, yeah. So we're kind of current playing the first one.
yeah.
Only 20 years behind.
Yeah, we're fine. So there's three types of Pikmin in the original game. There is a red Pikmin who doesn't take damage from fire, and it's debatable. It's probably the best fighter.
I think I saw online after I finished it that the red ones are the best fighters. They do more damage.
There is the yellow Pikmin who has ears. No, he does more than that. He has the capability of throwing bombs and is lighter and smaller than the rest, so you can throw him up higher. So there's things up higher ledges to get parts off. You have to use yellow Pikmin to do that.
I believe in later games too, they actually are immune to electricity.
They are, yes.
So
I'd forgotten about that.
But I don't think in this game
there isn't any electric in this game.
I don't think there is any, yeah.
No. And then there is blue Pikmin that can swim. Well, they don't swim. They walk in water and don't die. Just make you cry because you lost 90 Pikmin at once.
Pikmin, other than blue, are water soluble.
Yeah, they really are. So how did we find it? I'm going to go Brad first because you didn't want to do it.
I made no secret of the fact that I did not want to play Pikmin. Just as a bit of a backstory for this, I have what I call a rainy Sunday feeling. So just to explain what that is, when I was a kid, I remember specifically on Sundays it being really miserable weather outside, and I was forced to stay inside to do what my parents wanted, which was usually watch a cowboy film, like a Western or something like an old musical that I really did not enjoy.
Bang, bang.
Exactly. Chitty Chitty Bang Bang is a miserable Sunday film. And it just gives me this, I don't know, like depressed feeling.
A melancholy.
Well,
yeah, it just sucks all joy and life out of me thinking about certain things because it gives me that miserable, rainy Sunday feeling. Pikmin is one of those games. So my brother used to play it, Jake.
Hello.
And I remember watching him as a kid and not really being able to do anything else. And I just found it so depressing. So I was not looking forward to playing this game. Okay, went in with a lot of prejudice. Booted it up on the phone, thought, the graphics in this game are atrocious.
It's like grass.
It's the grass. The grass looks so bad. It is so bad. But I thought, it's an old game. Maybe I can get over it. And to be honest, after 5 or so minutes, I was like, I don't mind this. This is better than I thought. The rainy Sunday feeling went away. It didn't entirely go away. There was a lot of problems, okay? But the core loop, the core loop was pretty enjoyable and it felt solid. It ran well on the emulator, which I know is not really a reflection on the game, but I like that loop of you land on your planet, you've got your Pikmin, you go sort of do a bit of exploring, you get your parts, and then you move on to the next world and try and get all those parts. And there's always sort of a new puzzle to solve. So it had that quite like Moorish gameplay, which sort of tapped into my lizard brain a little bit. I will say that some of the gameplay was a bit more frustrating than others. So I was telling Jake just before we started this podcast, actually, that I booted it up once and I loaded into a world and I had no yellow Pikmin. So at this point, if you got no Pikmin, the game will graciously spawn you one of those Pikmin, just so you can actually make some progress. So it spawned me one solitary yellow Pikmin. Okay, spawned into the world, and there was so just to explain, there's these flowers that pop up on the world with like numbers on them, and those correlate to, if you collect them, you get more of that color Pikmin. So there was no flowers on this level, no yellow flowers. I couldn't get any more yellow Pikmin. So I had one to last me this whole level.
But just to, sorry, interrupt, but you don't actually need to, if you get a yellow flower, you can take it to a red.
There was no flowers.
Oh, there's just no.
There was no flowers. okay, none at all. I couldn't get any more Pikmin than the ones I started with.
Oh wow!
So I had this one yellow solitary Pikmin. Picked up a bomb and threw it at a wall, which is what you're meant to do. You knock down these walls by throwing bombs at them, forgetting that by throwing a yellow Pikmin, they throw further than your other Pikmin. Threw it over the wall. It landed, dropped the bomb. Normally in this situation, the bomb kills the yellow Pikmin and I'll get another one to spawn. For whatever reason, the yellow Pikmin had really good AI and ran away from the bomb, didn't kill himself, but didn't destroy the wall. So I had this one yellow Pikmin behind the wall who I couldn't get.
I had to watch him die again.
He wasn't dead. I couldn't kill him. And I had no more yellow Pikmin, so I couldn't progress. So
that's when you restart the day.
Yeah.
Like,
Things like that. I was like, for God's sake.
Well, if you go to the end of the day and he's not inside your base, he would have died anyway. He would have
just got a
new one.
Yeah.
But I would have had to restart the whole day.
It was
just one of those sort of.
It'd have been a waste of a day,
things.
wouldn't it?
Yeah.
I suppose. Because you are on a timer. You have got 30 days to get 30 parts. Well, actually, you don't have to get all 30 parts. I think you have to get 25, and they have to be. There's like 5 parts that you don't have to get, which are like his massage chair or his piggy bank, which is the last level. But you are on a timer too. So if you waste a day, you are wasting your time.
Yeah. So it's that sort of survival element, which I both like and I kind of don't like it. I wouldn't want to get to like day 29 thinking I'm doing really well and then be short and then have to start the whole game again. Because you can't just go back to certain days.
Yeah.
I'm positive that those days get faster the later they are in the day.
Yeah, it does feel like it, doesn't it?
The morning goes a lot slower than the evening does.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I don't think it does, but I think it's just the pressure. You're like,
it's the stress.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
How did you find it, Joe?
I tried it back in the GameCube days, and I didn't really, like Brad, it didn't really sink in what kind of game it was, so I didn't really gel with it. But playing it this time around, I found it more whimsical and fun than frustrating, because I don't think I knew what the goal of the original game was. And the only frustration I had with it this time around was the fact that the text comes in so slowly. It was only until Jake pointed out that you can skip all the text. But then I was doing that and realizing, I probably should have read that hint. Now I don't know what I'm doing with this yellow Pikmin.
But you can skip to the end of it.
Yeah,
but I pressed B twice to I thought it would speed up the text. But it puts it all on at once, and then you press B to exit the text.
How far did you actually get in it, Joe?
I got onto day 6 with 5 parts. The last thing I was doing was prepping to take down like 3 or 4 of the larger bulb creatures that were up a hill, but I had to go around and walk through some water to get to. So I'd thrown all my Pikmin up. I was like, I'll walk back round, but it was getting towards the end of the day. So I was like, oh no, I have to call them all through and try and get them home before I lose about 60 Pikmin.
I think I was on day 6, but I don't think I had as many parts. I did actually get stuck. So
I just got the radar, and then I picked up, I think it was a spring. They started moving it, and I realized there's only 2 dots of the day left. And they're not going to make it back with that.
Far. So what I found is I think I got up to about day 6, and I got stuck for the one reason. So again, going back to those bombs that blow up the walls.
Yeah.
Most of the walls are like a light grey. That I'd describe.
Oh, there's some that are dark grey that take
some
forever.
that are dark grey. So the light grey ones, you throw a bomb at, and the bomb blows up, and the wall shakes.
Yeah, it's like 3 bombs for one of those.
Yeah, I'm clearly doing damage. Okay. You go to the grey ones, and they don't have any sort of visual feedback that you've done anything.
Oh, they do. It just takes a very long time for it to shake.
Yeah. So if you throw like 3 bombs at it, it'll shake and sort of collapse a bit. But if you just throw 1 bomb, it doesn't do anything. So early on, I threw a bomb at that wall. When it didn't do anything, when it didn't do anything, I thought, well, that's clearly the wrong way to solve that puzzle. There must be something else I've not found. So I carried on with everything else, and I got to a point where I was stuck. I thought, earlier on,
there is a dark grey branch wall, which it teaches you that it takes a lot longer because you can have 80 Pikmin smacking on it, and it takes ages to go down.
Okay, yeah, I don't think I found that one. I think the only dark grey walls I found were the
bomb walls
ones. Yeah. So I felt like I was stuck. So I just feel like that visual sort of feedback element sort of hindered my ability. It's all the game's fault and nothing.
So hard done too.
Well, I haven't played any of the later games, but I imagine they do address that in more frequent tutorial like little hints.
I don't know if they do. I think that's the one thing they don't tell you actually about the dark grey walls. It just came naturally to me. I was just like,
me too. Same pattern.
It just looks darker. Oh, it's taking longer.
Yeah.
You're just an
it's
idiot.
a me problem.
The other thing that I didn't realize you had to do is to make the most of the day, you have to have multiple things going on at once, much like a real-time strategy game.
Yeah.
That's why I was saying it could be a strategy game.
Yeah.
Because
so
I like to send them out doing different
teams
things.
doing multiple things like Jake just said, So you have like 80 Pikmin beating down the wall, then you can go and back to your base, pick another 60 Pikmin, and then go destroy some bulbs.
Well, you can't have more than 100.
That's what I was trying to do.
Field,
well, you could do 50 and 50.
Yeah. That's what I was trying
you've actually got to do multiple things in a day, haven't you? Send them off in different directions, or else you don't get all the parts in the time.
No. You just have to remember where they all are, or they will perish at the end of the day.
Death happens.
I did notice that after a few days, the enemies respawned as well.
Yes, they do. Same with the plants to get more Pikmin.
There is one level that is quite a lot of water and frogs. Now, frogs are my enemy in that game. They wiped out hundreds and hundreds of my Pikmin just because I could never get the timing right. When they do a jump, and they would either hover over your Pikmin or try and hover over something to land back on. And if you can get enough Pikmin on it, it won't jump. It's too heavy.
Okay.
So fighting this thing, and every time I'd get it wrong, and it would go straight up and straight back down to the ones I'd just thrown under it.
Oh no!
So this went on. So I made it my active day in that world was to kill all the tadpoles so they didn't grow into frogs.
Oh, that's preventative measures.
Yes, and it worked.
I found the biggest threat to my Pikmin was yellow Pikmin that I also had that had a bomb that I'd forgotten about. I think there was 2 bulb creatures. There was a big one and a small one. I was lobbing my Pikmin at the big one, not realizing one of them was holding the bomb. So there's about 40 Pikmin clustered around this big one that got taken out by this one bomb. And the bulb still didn't die. It was still alive eating the rest of them.
I think that goes sort of like leads on nicely to one of my sort of complaints as well with the gameplay, that you can't cycle through Pikmin.
I was going to bring
this up.
You can only
see the next one.
But I believe in later games they actually do that because that is one of the most annoying parts of the game.
You have to drop them all and then just about collect the one that you want.
Yeah, and then
sea of like 60.
you end up grabbing, say if you separate them all. Yeah. And then you grab a load of blues, but then for some reason 5 reds all come with you.
Yeah.
And then they always drown. Yeah. I'm like, for God's sake.
It does say that you can
learn.
recruit them just by brushing past one, so you don't have to use the call command.
You can, but when you need like 50 blues, but your 20 reds are like...
Do circles in the crowd.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed the game.
I absolutely loved it too.
It was almost muscle memory. But if I remember back from when I was a kid and Brad was watching me, crying his eyes out.
I want to go on something else.
Turn it off. I don't think I got very far. I actually think I only ever got like 5 parts. And I must have played that same like area like hundreds of times. Like going, oh no, I'm just not getting used to this. I kept beating it back up as a kid, like I need to figure this out. But this time it was like muscle memory and it just worked.
I did end up using your save just to see what the later game was like as well this time.
I do think the AI, for the time, it was probably amazing. It kind of feels almost like a tech demo. I think me and you were talking about this the other day, Joe.
Yeah, to see how much you could have going on the screen at once.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And I believe when they made Mario 64, the next game, I might be talking out my bottom here, but
my bottom.
I believe the next game was going to be Mario 128, and they made a tech demo where they had like 128 Marios on screen.
Yes, and didn't it become like a battle royale recently or something ridiculous?
I'm not sure. It was in the 64 engine, so it was like loads of, and that kind of led into the making Pikmin.
Okay.
So that was the tech demo, I suppose, for it. And then this still feels slightly like a tech demo. I believe Pikmin 2 is a lot longer. So
it felt, even though I didn't finish it felt like it could be short. Yeah. If I knew what I was doing.
Yeah.
Do the later Pikmin games also have a timer, like 30 days?
No, I don't think so.
Or do they get rid of that?
I think they get rid of it.
Thank God.
You still got the days. The day cycle, but they get rid of the...
That's good.
I mean, I'm just looking at my stats now. I ended up getting all the parts in 22 days. So
that's pretty good going.
But the last boss, he made sure my Pikmin all died. I only had 48 Pikmin at the end. And I think throughout my journey, I spawned 926.
Wow.
Wow. I think I was at day 19 with 2 parts to go. So I probably would have done about the same as you because of not knowing what to do with the boss.
Well, the last boss, the last area, took me 3 days. Whereas the other days, I was getting at least probably 2 parts a day usually. Yeah, not always. But I'd get either 2 parts or 1 part a day at least. And then that last boss and area, 3 day battle.
One of the things about you leaning into the fact that it is more strategy. Now, my little girl had a go on it. She decided, she saw me playing it, and obviously it looks like a child's game. It's fun. It's colourful. Yeah. It's everything else. Cute. So she was determined to have a go, and she had a go, and couldn't get past the first 5 parts because she couldn't coordinate enough Pikmin at once. Like the thing of the strategy basically is what she was struggling with. She's only 10, you know. She doesn't play strategy games yet.
I was probably the same at the time.
And I think that's what it is. Yeah, I think that's what it is. I remember playing it, and I remember probably only doing about half of the game, and again failing really because it was just starting to get complicated. Which now I'm playing it, I'm like, it's not complicated at all. What was I thinking?
Yeah. Well, a lot of the enemies have a specific like weakness, don't they? So like the big ball guys, you have to throw the Pikmin on the backs.
Yeah, I found that.
Yeah, because that does more damage, and they can't eat the Pikmin because they're not right in front of them. But if you get them to swarm around the feet, they start like chomping at them.
Same as the little versions of those. If you can land one on it, it's pretty much insta-death.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, if you land one perfectly, it kills them straight up.
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
And
how did you guys find the controls?
Very old school. I wish there was a...
By old school, do you mean bad?
Yeah. I wish there was another analog.
Yeah.
But the C stick on the GameCube was kind of taken up by the swarm mechanic, where whichever direction...
Could have been done with the camera so much better.
Yeah.
So you had to keep pressing L... Was it L trigger? Or R trigger?
It's L trigger and then turn.
Yeah. So you had to like turn in a direction, press it, and then it would go around to it.
To be honest, I got used to it.
So
I would just hold L when I was going in a direction.
Yeah, so that kind of worked as well.
Yeah,
actually.
And it did work eventually, but I know initially it was another one of those things where I was like, this game's bad. But then I think after a few minutes, I got the hang of it. And the swarm mechanic's quite good on the C-stick, so
definitely.
I don't know how you would do that.
It just needs more range than 3 feet in front of Olimar.
Yeah, absolutely.
The more Pikmin you've got, the further they go. But if you've got one, he like doesn't move at all.
Yeah.
I do feel like
the more you've got, the further they go. Is only 3 on the outer edge then start attacking something.
True. Yeah.
The rest of them are all going, what do we do now?
And some of them,
maybe a
you're
swarm,
going,
but they don't have a hive mind.
No,
you're going
definitely
over
don't.
a bridge as well. Some of them end up in the water.
They just
or
drop
the cliff.
off.
You're like, oh,
I feel like they should have done it so you hold the L trigger and use the stick to do the swarm. Otherwise, it's just the stick to
that would have been
do you know
better,
what I mean? So they just swapped the use.
Also,
I
a
lost so
good
many
control would
Pikmin,
be to organize them into a shape rather than just a circle. So like if you had a line of Pikmin or a
That would be
or
a good.
a horizontal
Yeah.
line or a triangle, just for getting them through certain spaces
I wonder if
without
you do
losing
that on
any.
newer ones.
I lost
wonder,
so
yeah.
many Pikmin just to being in a box. Walking
Yeah,
over a
yeah,
box, they fell off and I didn't know.
Oh.
And I get there and I
Yeah.
fight the boss and think, gosh, I've lost a lot there.
Yeah, I wish they could run around. They just get stuck,
Yeah.
don't they?
Yeah,
that's
and
with
then-
the AI is a bit frustrating.
Well,
Yeah.
even just running in a straight line, Olimar runs slightly faster than all of them. So you'll lose like 1 or 2 just by getting somewhere if you don't keep going back and
That's true.
recalling them.
Yeah, especially
you see, that's
because
when
they
you get the
upgrade, don't
flowers.
they?
Yeah,
Yeah,
But
when you
then
get
you
the
spend
flowers
so
on.
much time letting them grow, you lose more of the day.
you can
You
get the
can
nectar.
get nectar. Yeah.
But they
I know
are
what that does.
so hungry for this nectar. If you walk over this specific grass,
They're like drug addicts.
they'll just leave you behind. They're like, oh no, I'm having this nectar. Thank you very much.
Certain bits of rubble on the floor, they love headbutting that for nectar.
Yeah. And I'm like, where are all our Pikmin? And then I'll go back and they're all like eating this nectar. And then
Has anyone played any of the later ones? Or any of
No,
these sort of like
actually.
concerns addressed?
I haven't, but it might have triggered me to start.
Yeah, I
start off
actually
again.
kind of want to play Pikmin 4 now.
Yeah,
would you
whether
play
you go
2 and 3
2 and 3.
between, or would you just
Yeah.
go straight to number 4?
I feel
Seeing our
like
game
I would.
progress would be cool.
I feel like I'd get a bit burnt out if I went through them
Yeah.
all.
Yeah, same.
Because I can't imagine. I can imagine they're all good games, but I can't imagine it changes too much. So it'd be like playing a 80-hour Pikmin game or something. By
There
the time
aren't
I played
Too
4.
many other games like Pikmin either. I remember there was one on 360
No.
called Overlord, which
Yeah.
was similar.
Yeah, but that actually had like combat in it.
Yeah, it was more linear levels as well than
Yeah.
an open world where you had to go and retrieve things.
What do you mean? A root vegetable banging its head off something isn't combat?
Well, that's the thing. I feel like Olimar should be able to do more.
Yes.
Yeah, that would
That's
be a
one thing
big
I thought.
one.
If he could pick up the bombs, even.
Hey, I tell you what, that took me a while to know. But if you get your suit damaged, you can repair it in the little sort of
Tractor beam
cone.
zone.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
I went
think it
through
was one
whole
of the hit-
days just going
fair,
beep, beep, beep.
I never really went back to heal because, I got damaged. I remember a day where I was just beeping all day, not on my suit. But
Oh,
The days aren't that long.
You were
it
just too
wasn't,
good.
the days weren't that long. So I was just like, I'll just carry on and hopefully not get hit.
It also took me some time to realise that Olimar has his own tractor beam. Like when the Pikmin are in the water, you can save 3 or 4 of them with your tractor beam. If you hover the call button over them, he fires out a little cone towards them.
Oh,
Yeah,
If
so
they're
it's
not,
like
if they're
the
not
call
too deep
button.
into it.
If you keep pressing the call
I
button,
did not know that.
they can. Some of them can core out.
It took me long enough
Tends-
to figure out you could hold the call button.
Yes.
So I was just
Tends to be.
spamming it.
tends to be when they get to land after, they finally got out of the water, they shake themselves off and die anyway.
Yeah,
Because
Yeah.
the
Still
game
wet.
just hasn't
What?
realised.
I definitely started the game trying to save all my Pikmin, but by the end, especially some of the harder puzzles, I was just like, right, they're all everyone's cannon fodder now.
They're a resource.
Let's go. That's probably why I only had 48 Pikmin left at the end.
You animal.
No,
That would be your arc as a CEO.
yeah,
If you
yeah.
ever like ran a company, sort of
Yeah,
caring
absolutely.
about everyone, then by the end, nah,
Nah.
just a number.
I'll just throw them at this enemy. Yeah.
Cool stuff. That's about that then, really, isn't it? I would say to anybody, have a go, because I think it is just fun.
Definitely.
It's a shame that it's back to the whole old games dying moment and hard to source. It's a shame it's not readily available. But I would say to most people, have a go at it.
I think that's the thing for me. It's so hard to get hold of, but then it's also so dated that I think I could only recommend it to someone who is old enough to have played games 20 years ago.
Yeah, I
I
can
don't
see
think
that.
I'd recommend it to anyone younger because it would just feel so bad. Not to say I wouldn't recommend the later
I was
games
gonna say,
that might have addressed that
get
as a
Pikmin 4.
principle, or sort of as a sort of like game feel, the genre, the theme. I would recommend that maybe for Pikmin 4 to someone, but I don't think I'd recommend Pikmin 1 to anyone.
I think I
unless they were old
think
enough.
I agree yeah, older gamers, definitely give it another go. If you only touched it a little bit or if you never played it. I loved it, as I said. I don't know what it was. It was just, it really got in my brain. I wanted to play a little bit of it every night. I was like, oh yeah, I can just do another day tonight before I go to bed.
There is the pick up
good.
and put down scenario, isn't there, though? Because you just do a day at a time.
I can imagine playing it on Switch is amazing, actually, because playing the emulator on your phone with the Backbone controllers just felt so natural. So maybe, Pikmin 4 on Switch, I can imagine is probably the best experience.
Yeah.
What's really good, though. I might actually get Pikmin 4 now.
What about you, Joe?
I'd recommend it if you can get hold of it.
Okay.
Like I don't know if they've up-resed it on the Switch for the Nintendo store or the re-release, or they've changed any of the control scheme. I would say,
I think a little bit, yeah.
Play it on the original GameCube controller if you have access to that as well. But I would recommend it for sure. It's just so whimsical, and there's a lot of curiosity in the game about how things are going to play out.
Yeah,
and you can replay any of the days if whatever you've tried doesn't work out.
I think it's quite well written in that aspect as well, like the whimsy of it, as you say.
And the music is just so like tinkly. I don't know if that's a word.
Yeah, I get what you mean. Yeah.
Yeah, it was tinkly and not annoying. I guess because there's a fine line, isn't there? I got through the game without getting annoyed with the music, which normally I do get annoyed quite quickly.
Yeah,
I played half of it on the train without sound. Not gonna lie,
I did being the inspiration for the Wii menu music.
Yeah.
Cool.
Nice.
Excellent. Well, thank you very much for listening. And if you are wanting to contact Gaming Garnish, you can at gaminggarnish@gmail.com.
That's it.
That's it.
Yes, for any feedback or game recommendations.
Yeah, even questions. Maybe one day we'll, if we get a good question, maybe we can sort of shout that out.
Definitely, 100%. Well, thanks for listening, guys.
See you soon.
See you later.
See you later.
See you next time.